Yo, what up, everybody? This is Apache Underground, and this is Chief WarBird, and I am here with Fonz. Fonz, say what's up to the people.
Yo, what's up, peeps?
All right. Yeah, so here's the deal. You know, we haven't had a chance to catch up in a while, and this is a perfect opportunity for us to do so, and for everybody to kind of get a glimpse into what we're talking about when we're saying we're digging the underground. Fonz, what you been up to, man?
Hey, man, we're just slaying demons, dog. We're just slaying demons out here. You know, absorbing information, and making sure that we're supposed to be and doing what we're supposed to be doing, right? Staying strong in the Lord and staying founded in the Father, despite all the stuff that's happening around us.
Right. Okay. I mean, can you elaborate? I mean, I just went over my head. You know, stuff like so if we're gonna do this, we're gonna be real about it, all right? Shit like that just goes over people's heads. Just say what's on your fucking mind, dude. Like I get it. Like we follow God, right? But now, what is God telling us to do? I mean, like, get down to the nitty gritty. Quit being what do you call it? Shy about this shit, and let's just say what you gotta say, bro. Fuck.
Well, we're starting to see, pushback on all these agendas that are out there that have been plaguing us for a long time, and they're out of the light now. And that's what's supposed to happen. God, when He starts working on us, He starts turning up the fire. And so we're starting to see that now. We're starting to see it more and more in everything that we do. Things against our children, things against us, things against humanity. I mean, it's just everything that we're looking at. These LGBTQ communities, these trans communities, all these communities that have already failed in the past. But somehow, or for whatever reason, someone picks up a book somewhere and decides, oh, this is a great idea, let's try it again. It's like, well, there's a reason why it failed in the first place. So we have all of these things that are happening right now. And California is doing some bullshit where they're passing legislation. You know, I just saw a video the other day of an older Hispanic lady that got her child taken from her because that's not our culture. CPS came and took her kid from her. And they started doing all this crazy shit with testosterone shots and all these things. And the girl ends up throwing herself in front of the train because she didn't know what was happening. She was just going through all these things. And like that's what's happening. We have the devil is out. He is blatant. He's not hiding anymore. He's out. He's showing up. But God allows these things to happen. So we're either going to step up in God's promise and God's kingdom, or we're just going to sit there and lay down for the program, right? And a lot of people are laying down for the program.
Yeah, it's tough to see, dude. Like it's a bummer, you know. Like people just need to understand that there's other people out there that are like-minded. There's other people out there that are willing to put in work and do the things that need to be done in order for this, separation of I don't know. It's weird, dude. It's hard to say, but it's hard to describe. But like the cream is starting to rise to the top, dude. And people are starting to see that that all that other stuff over there in Washington D.C. and all the stuff up in Sacramento and all these like foreign companies and pop-up companies, they're foreign. They're foreign. They're not from here, dude. So like that's the whole thing, you know. Like me and my people were from here, you know. Like we've been here for generations upon generations. And it just is what it is, you know. Like if you don't like it, you know, that's not me. That's on you, you know. and like what are we doing here? You know, I'm having fun. You know, like I hear all that stuff, but you guys got to remember that social media it is that devil that you're talking about, man. If you're looking at statistics and whatnot, you know, half of these people that are, you know, walking around and stuff like that, they don't even know what they don't have a Facebook, they don't watch Instagram, they don't do this and they don't do that, and they walk around very very happy because, you know, they don't have nothing to do. So it's a lot of the social media stuff, because when I'm walking around, dude, I don't see that stuff. Maybe it's my environment or the people that I put myself in front of, but you know, I don't see none of that stuff. I don't see the evil. I don't see the hate. You know what I mean? I know there's towns and stuff like that that are all about it, but you know what? They're gonna get what's theirs. And towns like mine that I live in right now, you know, it's dope. We got a community. Like I know like the local militia here. You know what I mean? It's like, what's up, dude? You know, like like we're good. We're good, homie. Like there's nothing to worry about here. I got your back. You know, like.
No, and that's a good thing that you're bringing that up. That's the way to really combat things. It's like, I remember talking to a patient of mine, and he's like, the problem. This was before social media, and you know, he's like, the problem with the news is that we went from local news to international world news. So now we're being saturated with everything that's happening in places other than where we're at. And the only thing that we can worry about is where we're at right now, right? And so, yeah, I know that there's things happening in Beverly Hills. Yeah, I know that there's things happening in Hollywood. But everybody that's in position, wherever their position at, that's what the word is for. That's what this is all for. Because we're using the same social media platform to get the word. Look, you just have to start from where you're at. You know, you don't have to go smart. Where you're at.
Right. So, like the thing that I kind of hear from. Yeah, the thing that I kind of hear from you is like, you know, kind of start where you're at, you know, and bring things back to where you can manage them and where you can handle things as one human, you know, as yourself. You know, can you manage yourself? Can you manage your environment? You know, like, you know, can you stand being around the things that you're around right now? Okay, if you can, then you're okay. You know, if you're drinking and you start doing this and start doing that, then you know that those are signs that you can't be around those things. You know what I mean? Like they're not messing with you, they're not vibing with you. So it's like, okay, once you find yourself, you don't need those other things, you know, and you're only doing things that you want to be doing, that you like to be doing, and then that's when you start finding yourself like where you ought to be at. You know what I mean? And for me, when I'm where I ought to be at, it's either in front of these screens and stuff like that, or, you know, working on the behind the screens and making these videos and stuff like that, or out there on the basketball court, dude. Why? Because that's where I have the most fun, and that's where I'm making an impact. You know, like I got these guys out there. I mean, they're great guys. You know, like every single one of them that I play with, they all, you know, they bring something to the table. You know what I mean? Some of them might be very, very experienced. You know, some of them not so much at all. But like, it's not about that. It's about the community. It's about, you know, coming together. It's about, you know, like seeing that there's something there. You know, and you know, just period. You know, community. And that's what it's about, dude. You know, like
that's what you're doing, right? I mean, you're already on that. That's what you set out to do, and you've been doing really well with it, right? I mean, how's that going?
Well, shoot. I mean, like we're picking up equipment like all the time. You know what I mean? And the cool thing about what we're doing here is it's also a learning experience, right? So like it's teaching people like how to make a business. Like you purchase things that you can use over and over and over again that you can get a lot of value from over consumables. You know what I mean? It's like if a business makes $50, right? And they spend uh, tw- I don't know. Uh, I spent $30 on three chairs the other day. Um, but those chairs, I've already used them. I've already had them out three times, so they've already gotten their money's worth. You know what I mean? No, I don't need the chairs, but when we're out there, it makes a scene, it makes a presence. You know what I mean? And that's what we're really looking for. Because we're building a professional basketball team. And it's just it's for us. You know what I mean? It's like it's for the people that are participating. It's for the people that want to. Other people might not like the idea, but like it's not for them to like or decide like what's cool for me or the guys that I hoop with. You know what I mean? So it's like this is what we're doing. You know. Let's see. We got we put together this poster board. I mean, I started like a little paper, and all it takes is it to get in front of some of the right eyes, and they can send it to their friends, and everything's word of mouth anyway, right? So just like that, you start putting out the words, and then like people are from different areas, and then people like I wish I could help somehow, but I don't know. But you know what? This homie from over here, boom, 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 and we're gonna make that happen. So like when I first started this thing, maybe about okay, not first started, maybe about a year, maybe a year and a half ago, when I started my clothing line and whatnot. This dude had saw in Maryland one of my ads, and he called and he's like, "Hey, I ain't over there, but like, hey," he called his homie in Oceanside. He's like, "Hey, Mike, you should hit up this dude, blah 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 blah." So he made that connection with me. He's like, "Hey, dude, like I saw my buddy was talking about this. He's like, I'm Apache too, this, that, and the other." And he put me onto this sign, the symbol. It's like a little totem pole that says Apache across the thing. And it looks pretty dope, right? So I was like, yeah, that's pretty cool. But the thing is like he didn't know where I was at, where I was starting at, or what I was all about at that point, and me neither on his point. But I could circle back around, and then this guy was talking about like, hey, give me some stuff so I can set it up and sell in my shop. I'm sure people are gonna love this stuff. You know what I mean? I'm like, yeah, you're right, but you know what? I want to do something first. Let me build up my thing. Like I want to do this, that, and the other. I want to market that stuff. Make it hard to get, and then put it out there so everybody wants it. So it's just it's all marketing tactics, but it's the right thing to do. But it's real. You know what I mean? It's like and we're documenting it right now. So that's what's new with me.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Nothing new here. We're all on the same grind. And we're just working with the markets, and we're watching and anticipating and waiting for what the banks are going to do and what they're going to do with the coin and all of that. And we already know what the markets, how they're going to play everything, and we're just in it to win it, baby. Nothing much changed right now on our side. I'm still rolling the dice.
Speaking of rolling the dice, dude, our games out there, we're starting to do things just a little bit different. Like I said, I wanted to be a pro baller. I've always wanted to be a pro baller. So you know what? I'm gonna start doing some pro baller shit, and I'm gonna start playing for money. You know what I mean? So like, Apache Underground. I'm a casino. I'm the house. All right, bet. Like, well, just like you always say, dude. But just it's like I'm here. I'm ready. Like this is the next step for me. Like this is where everything's leading me to go. And yeah, I'm gonna do a marketing tactic behind it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be like, hey, play me. It costs 10, 15 bucks or whatever. Win or lose, you get a shirt. Like what? I mean, how that'd be cool, right? I mean,
Yeah.
like not
Well,
only.
you're going to be providing people with excellent service. That's been the goal since the beginning,
Yeah, I mean,
Be
like,
the change that you want to see in the world, right?
and there's nothing better than good competition. People are paying me the service to be a good competitor. That's all. You know what I mean? Apache Underground's facilitating it. You know what I mean? It's like, there we go. And it's all, where does it go, dude? Like, ask the fellas. Ask the guys out there. I bring my barbecue out there, I bring Apache Underground's barbecue out there. You know what I mean? The table, chairs. I bring waters, ice chests. Food. And there's and I do it on a limited budget. You know what I mean? Just imagine as this thing grows, what we're gonna really be able to do here. It's like people are over there thinking it's hard to feed a family. I'm like, dude, I'll show you how to feed an army. It's like it's easy money here. Like like you guys want to be a part of something great. You guys want to play some basketball. You guys want to do something more than that. Be a part of Apache Underground. We're here for you.
Yeah, man.
With that being said, I'm going to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm here to talk to you today about Apache Underground workout supplements. Right here, you see me using the Geronimo pre-workout. Tastes great, works even better. Great for drive and focus right before your workout. We also got another couple of great products like the Powwow protein and vanilla. There's the Geronimo pre-workout. We got Powwow protein and chocolate. And we also got the Warrior Body BCAAs. Try them all today. Find us on www.apacheunderground.com. We appreciate you. Hope to see you soon. Bye. All right, we are back, and we're back with Fonz. So we were just talking a little bit about some things that we want to see. Like there's a lot of that hate talk and this, that, and the other, and I get it. Like everybody. On their ego trips, sometimes feel like they better than somebody else. But you know what? Y'all ain't shit. You know what I mean? Y'all ain't shit. Just to be real, okay? So, with that being said, we want to get away from all that, like, me's better than you, you's better than me, and blah, 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 blah. We want to get away from that, and we want to start talking about things that we want to be focusing on, because when we're talking about the law of attraction, we want to stay away from the things that don't serve us, and we want to talk about the things that do. And we want to promote the things that do. And what are some of those things that do, provide a good service? One, it's like this dude. That we're talking to, Fonz, he's really put me onto a lot of this this stuff that I've been working on. You know what I mean? And I give him a lot of credit for it. Like he's like, hey, long time ago, like, hey, check out this stuff for these shoes. Like these shoes are dope. Like let me go in there, but I'll put my flavor on it. And then boom, there comes out the hoop dancers. Boom, there comes out the Coachistas. Boom, there comes out the basket weavers. Boom, boom, boom. So things just start coming up, okay? So then he's like, hey, you could do this with that? And I was like, oh, let me do some little research. Then next thing you know, I put up a website. Boom, boom, boom. We got all kinds of products. Boom. It's like, hey, have you heard about this? I have heard about this. He's like, hey, did you know what you could do with this? I was like, yeah. Well, let me see what's up with that. Boom, 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 boom. And it's yeah, like I said, when things when the right things are placed in front of you, it's easy for you to be successful. All right, so I just want to say that real quick, for his credit. And then another thing I want to say is he's been working on his own stuff, just like I work on my stuff, like the Apache Underground brand. He works on his stuff called Exodus. And the thing about working with people and giving people the right type of credit is that you're able to cross and cross sell products and stuff like that. Because I don't have no fat burners here, right? But he has some fat burners, right? Okay, cool. So like, you know what I mean? He don't have no BCAAs, but guess what? I do. He doesn't have to have everything, and that's the great thing about working and trading and being a source of abundance instead of a source of lack and want and competition and this, that, and the other. Yeah, competition. Yeah, yes, competition is good. It keeps us all on our toes. But the lack and the want, we don't need none of that because there's plenty of enough for everything. People just need to start being more creative and working with what they have and quit paying $15, $20 for a shit burrito. You know what I mean? It's like, well, what are you guys doing? Like, why don't you guys just stop and spend your money at the fucking grocery store and buy some damn groceries and save some money? You know what I mean? You guys will find that your dollar is going to go a whole lot more, and then when you guys start having more, you guys are going to start feeling better about yourselves. When you guys start feeling better, the economy starts rolling. People are rolling in the sense of abundance, and things start to change. Which it all starts with here, people. It all starts with here. But that's what I had to say about that. Fonz, what's your word on it, bro?
Well, and I appreciate that, and the whole thing is that, we were just talking a little bit on the break as far as what we're focusing on, and the thing is, my approach to what I have learned is this: we don't ignore the fact that the things are happening around us. It goes back to what we focus on is what we're going to be seeing. If we start looking at, like they used to say back in the day, the beetles, right? The slug bugs, right? Slug bugs. You were in the car, slug bugs, and all of a sudden your awareness of those cars became. You became aware of these cars. They've always been there, but you became more aware of the cars on the road. And then, you were looking for those slug bugs, and it's like slug bug, okay, in the car. I mean, for those of you that are a little bit younger, you probably don't know what the hell I'm talking about. But it's just like if you're driving a car for the first time. Let's say you just picked up a Honda Civic, and you bought, you didn't see that many Honda Civics on the road, but now that you got a Civic, it seems like everybody's got a Civic. Well, everybody had a Civic. You just weren't focused on that. So we use the same principles with everything that we do. And if you see what your social media is, and it's saturated with all of that content, it's because you keep liking and falling into that algorithm. And the only way that that's going to change, Facebook and IG, Twitter, none of those companies care what the content is. We know that because you can see all the shit content that's out there, and as long as it's getting used, it's going to keep getting put in the algorithm. So it's up to us to change our focus, right? And that's all it is. You were saying it earlier, it's not hate. There is no hate. I don't hate on Eric because he's doing what he's doing. There's enough for everyone. If he's got shoes, I got shoes, like he said. If he's got BCAAs, I got the fat burners. Okay, what's up?
Now here's the deal. I'm glad you're saying that. Now here's the deal. Now, like when we're cross selling, and he has his ministry, right, and I have mine and Apache Underground and what we do, right. So but at the same time, you know, like we have an alliance, right? You know, like we work together. You know, we have that understanding, and the thing is that like at this point with me and my homeboys, anybody that wants to be on board with me, they're a supplier. You know what I mean? Like just like me, I'm a supplier. Like I'm it's my business, right? And I just want my product out there as much as possible. So I'm gonna make some shirts. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. You know, like I'm gonna promote him and his business as much as possible. So in turn, you know, like he's out there, you know, he's talking my business out there, and then hopefully he's selling shirts or giving them away or doing whatever he does with them and making sure that they're on people's backs, and he could, you know, like for his ministry, he could be giving them, you know, like whatever, you know, like he could be doing videos in them, you know, blah 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 blah, and this that and the other, and eventually, you know, like enough, it'll be in front of enough eyes, and it'll, you know, catch the right people's eyes, and that's how things work together. Um, and another thing, you know, like the being a supplier, you know, as long as I'm just getting a little bit, it's still my product, and eventually, just like back in the day, they used to have a Piggly Wiggly and everything was 5 cents, right? You know, it wasn't about the how big the how big the price was, right, or how much profit was. It was about how many people were using the products, and finding value in what you had to bring to the table. So that's what we're all about, you know, is our value. It's like like what do we bring to the table? You know, like what is how do you like our information so far? You know, like that's the first question you gotta answer for yourself when you're thinking about value.
And you know, one of the things that I always promote and I always push, because I grew up being hated on. I grew up with people wanting to compete with me, but compete with me to take me out. There's a difference between being competitors and wanting to improve ourselves in competition, so that way our service is better for everybody. That's why what we're doing is better for everybody versus monopoly, capitalism, where it's like, well, I'm going to take everything that I can, and you're not going to get anything either because that's mine too. And it's like, no, there's enough for everybody. The Bible tells us very clearly, and anytime that you're dealing with me, you're always going to hear me talking about the Bible because I keep it real. I keep it with biblical principles. And so you may or may not like that, whoever the listeners are right now. And that's okay, because I'm not Bible thumping you or making you do anything. You're going to choose who you listen to. Just like I listen to a lot of different people. There's a lot of different people that are out there that I listen to in business. I listen to in spiritual, on the spiritual side of things. I listen to a lot of people because I want to learn as much as I can from everybody that I can, and take that knowledge and compare it with what I'm doing and say, does that work with what I'm doing? There's some things that don't work for me. I don't do basketball. Eric does basketball, right? And so I like basketball. I like watching basketball, and I enjoy the game. But I'm just not connected to basketball like that. I don't have a passion for basketball like that. And that's okay. I don't need to. That's why Eric's there. And God has also given every single one of you, a mansion of your own. And everything that's being taught out there that has to do with, I gotta take yours, and before, I better get mine before you get yours. All of that is just all poison. That's all poison. And that's what's happening, and that's a reality, but it doesn't have to be our reality. If anything, we know firsthand because we're made into these lands. And yet, we still one nation under God, under the principles of the United States of America, under the Constitution of the United States of America, although they did it in a way that they shouldn't have, but that's not today. Today is a different day, and so it's up to us to make today a better day for everybody. That's all it is.
And how do we do that? Like how do we do that? One, we spread good information. Two, you be good to yourself. You know what I mean? Like drink some water. Eat healthy. Like put down the sugar for a day. Like uh, do something nice. Do something nice for the environment. You know what I mean? Plant a tree. Something. Like
Don't be a dick.
yeah,
It's as simple as that, Here, I'm going to give you a perfect example. Just of everybody's going through something. You're going through something. I'm going through something. No matter who you touch in the world, somebody's going through something. I'm going to give you a perfect example of what I mean. Don't be a dick. So I get to a stop the other day, and everything about the stop is wrong. And so I'm getting frustrated because things are not going the way that they're supposed to go. So then I pull over the guy in the forklift and I say, hey, I stop him from what he's doing. He looks like he's in a hurry, but it's like, well, so am I, right? So then he's like, his face, you can tell he's in a bad mood. And he answers me in a way that pissed me off. I'm already pissed. But then I'm like, wait. I need to get this shit taken care of. And so I told him, I said, well, this is my first time coming here. I just need to know how to get my doors open because I don't have the bolt cutters. You guys do. So he's like, blah, blah, blah. He starts saying whatever he's saying, right? And so automatically I get pissed, right? But I hold my tongue. And I said, he takes off. When he comes back, I said, I got to take the better approach. I said, hey, look, man, I'm sorry if you're having a bad day. I'm not having a very good day either, but this is my first time coming here, and if, I'm doing something that's out of order or whatever it is, maybe you can tell me. He's like, oh, no, man. He's like, you have no idea. We've been going through shit over here, and it's one thing after another, and there's all kinds of shit happening, and this, that, and my morning started off with this, that, and the other, and so I gave him an opportunity. I didn't have to. I could have just clashed with him, and we could have been ditched together, and nothing would have been resolved. But I gave him an opportunity to get a way out. I took the higher ground, is what they say, right? It's what these adults that are older than me say. Take the higher ground. That shit's hard to do. But as you age and you gain wisdom, you start learning to take the higher ground, and all of a sudden, the energy between he and I changed, and we both understood each other. Like, oh, well, you're having a fucked up day. I'm having a fucked up day. Let's not make it more fucked up. Let's work together and get through this, so that way you can continue dealing with your shit, and I deal with my shit. And 5 minutes later, the issue was taken care of. So that's what I mean by. But those are the things that we can do by making things better. Not automatically assume that somebody cut you off on purpose, or not automatically assume that somebody responded to you in a way because they're disrespecting you. They may be having a disrespectful tone, but maybe they're going through some shit that you don't know. Maybe they lost a loved one. Maybe somebody died. You don't know what people are dealing with. And that's my 2 cents on that. I got another story for that too, but that's gonna probably be for another day.
oh snap. Well, man, it was good catching up. I don't think we can talk about too much more. But yeah, man, it was good catching up. If you got any last words for the people, let's go ahead and say them now.
Hey, look, we're all going through something, y'all, and so let's just make like Martin Luther Jackson and those other peoples when they made that song. Let's make the world a better place. And we can. We're still here. It's our season. It's our time. And so let's just be about it. It's as simple as that.
Talk about it. Be about it.
It's hard. No one said it's gonna be easy, but let's be about it.
Let's be about it. All right. With that, Apache Underground. We out.
Oh my gosh.